Hello and welcome back to Survival Sunday with Johnny Tiger and
Kitten.
Kitten. I'm going to step on the kitten. Wah! That's something that happened here a lot.
A lot.
Not always the same kitten.
No.
This is December 19, 2021, and we are back for more sleep control, security, restraint on the ground. And just to uh, make things a little bit more fluid this time, we are going to skip over the takedown because you guys seen that takedown multiple times. You grab the sleeve and then the other arm sneak off the sleeve, you drag and pull the person down, and then you flip them over on their back.
Yeah.
So we are going to just skip past that. Now, last episode, uh, when we accomplish that, then we take a side mount control to pin the person. This time, we are going to look at it as a full mount control. By the way, if you guys forgot your terminology, full mount means you are sitting astride the person. So, just so you guys can see it clearly, I'll actually have to take off my headset so it's not going to get smooshed or whatever.
Do
Um,
you want me to put it on my head?
yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Then we'll get kitten. Just put it on this way.
This way?
Yeah, the button's on the right, on the left. Okay, that's it on. You can still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to lay down because this is the easy part. I like laying down. And then kitten going to take the full mount like she just took me down and now she's scrambling onto the full mount. Now when you guys when you guys first get on the full mount, when you guys first get on full mount, a lot of time people are on the hip end. They're sitting on the belly or pelvis. That's a good starting position. Here, right here right at the beginning, you want to remember this is not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. What do I mean by that? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the person going to try to wiggle and buck. Some people might do that too if they do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But in my own experiences, when you pin someone down, when you start sitting on them, most people start punching. So keep your hands up and start blocking. You got to expect that the fist will fly when you start doing that. Okay, so don't panic when they start throwing punches. Yeah, keep your hands up and start shimmying up to their chest. Try to shimmy your butt up towards their chest. You'll find that as you're shimmying, you're forcing their arm to go up, right? Most people, they are not going to keep their arm down here. Like I can keep punching and start shimmying. We'll see. Yeah, right away, my arm gone up over my head, right? So now she's sitting at my solar plexus, and my hands are pinned over my head. This seems like a secure position, but it's not. And you don't want to stay here because people like myself, for example, I am very strong at this position. I can force her back down. Yeah. So once you get here, she doesn't want to stay there. I'll show you guys two control. One is called uh, arm under head, and the other one is called arm beside head. And we are talking about the person, the person underneath, the person being pinned, uh, the attacker in this case, because you are defending yourself from the attacker. The attacker's arm, so my arm, in other words, my arm. Let me show you guys the arm under head. So kitten, from this position, want to maintain control on one of my arms. So she's going to shift her arm over to one of mine. No, no, don't get off. Don't get off. You want to stay on the top one. Okay? Just your hand. Shift your take. Now you have one arm under each hand. You want to take one hand away and put it two hands and one arm. And with that, now she's going to probably take a few hits here, but what her goal is to drag my arm under my head. Right? She's going to pull my arm in and try to tuck it under my head. Just just give it
It's
a nice
being
hard. Yeah, there
difficult.
you go. There you go. And nice and tight. And then what's happened here? Once she secures that, she's going to grab the sleeve. Come up a little so they can hear me. She's going to grab the sleeve. No, sit up a little bit. Yeah. She's going to grab the sleeve. I'm raising up so you guys can see. Uh, uh. She grabs the sleeve of my arm so I can't pull this back free. Eh? But she doesn't just hold on to the sleeve. If she can get hair, she's going to get her hair in there too. If she can get my collar or my hood, she's going to get that. So she's going to hold the sleeve and something else, hair, collar, hood, in that restraining hand. So this arm is effectively trapped behind my own head. Every time I try to pull, I'm putting pressure on my own head. Very unpleasant. Now she has to deal with this hand. And the way she deals with this hand is she has to pin it under her leg. So this hand, yeah, arm versus leg, leg almost always win. Yeah. So now she got her leg over my arm. Now from here, I can probably get free by going up there. But that's worse for me. Because now she can actually pin that with her own elbow. Yeah, now she got my sleeve. And now I got both arms trapped above my head. And her elbow is very close to my face. It's just not a very good position for me, right? So let's say I don't get up here. Let's say I'm trapped under her knee. Now let go with this hand. Lift your knee. Let's say she trapped my arm under her knee, and one arm is trapped behind my own head, like this. She has one hand free that she can get her self-defense tool or get her phone, take a nice clear picture of who the attacker is,
Yes.
and call the cops.
Yes.
Right? So this is form number one, arm under head. Huh? This is a good, very good control, but it takes a bit of a risk because you need to let go of one of the arms to get it to work. Okay? Now, reset, go back to sitting down by the hip. Now, we are going to look at the second form, which is arm beside head. Right? Same thing. As soon as she sit, I start punching, she start blocking, and she wants to start shimmying up right away. And she's going to need to put my hand down to the ground. This time, rather than letting go, she's just going to pick one arm and pull it down to my ear. Once this, once she pull my arm down to my ear, she's going to snake the other arm around the back of my head, like she's going to give me a big hug. So let go with the other arm and drop it down over my head. Go behind my head. Go behind my head. And she's going to grab that sleeve of the arm beside my ear. I'm interested to know how many people, when they get to this point, are thinking she's going to get bitten. Right? This is totally what's going to happen. You grab someone like this, they're this close to you, they're going to bite you. Okay? So to prevent that, she's going to take her free hand and put her forearm against the bridge of my nose. So this way, if I try to lunge forward, not going to work. Okay? Even more, once she settles her arm over there, she can just turn my face. to the side, and then she can take her arm away and just lean her body on my head. Now she again has that free hand to get her phone or whatever, and I can't do anything about it. As you guys can see, I have my one arm free here, but I can't access my pocket. I can't reach a knife or anything. The only way, the only way I can reach my knife is if I have a knife in my ankle and I'm really flexible. Right? That's something to watch out for. If my hand's here, if I can get my leg over there, I can is I can in theory get knife out of my boot sheath or my boot. But even that is extremely difficult. Right? So again, reset. We'll look at this two one more time. Oh, nothing like being smothered. Okay, she's going to go on the full mount right over the hip. The person start punching. She need to block, shimmy off the body, and from here, the first one, arm under head. She will pick one arm and put two hands on that arm. Oh, she's going for the second one. Okay,
Oh, I
that worked.
I forgot.
That's the faster of the two anyway.
Oh, that's probably why I went there.
Yeah, but watch out for the bite. Okay,
Oh,
with that one,
yeah.
always watch out for the bite. Once you grab the sleeve, yeah, secure the head and secure the free hand if you can. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now we'll look at the other one. The other one is she's go back to beginning. So reset. Put your knee to the ground. Person punching, blocking, shimmy up.
Uh,
Put two hands on one of my arm and then drag that under my head. Once you drag that under the head, secure the sleeve and a piece of clothing like a hood or its collar or hair. Once you secure that, then this is nice and secure. Right? And the other arm here, trapped. Now she has a free hand to call the cops with. Now, let me tell you guys what's the difference between these two, so you guys can actually pick from, depending on what you're trying to do. Right? This one, she's doing the arm under head. Uh, it's more work for her because she needs to do a lot of switching hand. But if the person you are trying to restrain is an elderly person or someone who might have breathing issue and might get smothered or suffocated, this is the one you want to go. Because this one, there's hardly any weight on my throat and face and head. Okay, this one, I can, yeah, I can struggle all I want, not going anywhere, but it doesn't restrict my breathing. In the end, always that's going to happen. I'll tire myself out. Now the other one, we'll just switch from here. So the other one, come forward, get my hand to the ground, and drag my hand beside my ear, and then snake your arm over the back of my head. Okay, this one really restrict the air passage because she's raising my head, and if I try to bite her, her other arm is going to come over my face. So if you are not careful with this one, you will suffocate the person, or the person may go into cardiac arrest, or if they're claustrophobic, or if they have asthma, they might go into an attack, right? So be careful with this one. This one is easy to do, very effective, but it has potential for more harm when you do it to. When you guys do it to your partner, do it with your partner, really watch if they're okay. Okay, some people will start gasping from this position. I'll show you guys something that really cool too. If I'm trying to get off the ground, like some people are super strong, they'll try to muscle this. All she has to do is yank this to the side, and down I go. Because she essentially turned my head and then yanked me back. Uh, if I try to get up again, down I go. Uh, very good control, but be I would suggest you practice both because you can't always count on one. And like I said, this one in particular, be careful with how the person's breathing, or in some cases, not breathing. Okay, reset. Time. Whew. Even for someone like me who's very seasoned with this kind of stuff, I can only take so much of this, and it just after a while you start to get kind of dizzy and all that cool stuff like you're getting the restricted airflow. uh, how does kitten feel?
I'm still trying to retain it. I definitely understand it because you make it very clear. I'm just trying to retain it. Definitely trying to commit it to muscle memory.
Yeah, in the beginning this stuff take a lot of practice. And unfortunately, without a partner, there's really not much you can do at home. Although, I want to bring it to you guys' attention, there are grappling dummies on Amazon. They're like $90 to $100, anywhere between that. I suggest if you are serious about your training, get a high-end one, spend $200, it will be your best buddy for years. And basically, a training dummy is like Bruce here, but it's usually in a kneeling or sitting position, and it has legs and arms that you can practice these maneuvers with. And if you guys ask me, well, if that's the case, how come you haven't bought one so you can make these videos? Because I can't afford it, okay?
Oh.
You guys have to donate one to me. And with that, we'll be back again. Well, I'll be back again later for Soul Search Sunday. But for now, we'll bid you guys farewell, and we'll be back again tomorrow with a more Christmas Carol with Kitten.
Yes.
Can't hear what I'm doing without the headset.